Buddy, let's go ahead and just get comfortable in any way you would like. And come onto the back body. Just get comfortable. So find a spot. It can be on the back body or it can be seated, whatever works best for you. And just close the eyes. And begin to notice your breath. Just observe the quality of the breath as you arrive on your mat this morning. Just your natural state of breath. Just notice it. Sometimes our regular day-to-day breath, we don't breathe as deep as we could. Sometimes we breathe a little quick and a little shallow. So just kind of noticing it, kind of being a little more mindful of it, even maybe not just now, but throughout the day. But right now, let's begin to deepen the breath. Let's begin to just slowly bring that breath in through the nose and envision it moving into the lungs and into the belly. Just fill the chest up nice and full. Nice big breath in. And then keep the lips sealed and slowly breathe it out through the nose. Even more slow, just let it go through the nose. Find another big breath in through the nose. Let it move into the belly, into the chest. Really nice and big and full. Maybe an extra little sip. And again, just even more slow. Just let it go. Let it go. Just continue with this pace and find your own pace with it. You can count if that helps, just to see if you can lengthen the breath. Or just be mindful of just keeping it nice and slow, just really observing it. Let the mind be with the breath this morning. Just watch it. Watch that breath move in. Every little drop. And envision it moving out. And let the breath become audible. Let it create that whisper-like tone at the back of the throat. Like we're fogging a mirror with the lips sealed, our Ujjayi Pranayama breath. And then envision just a word or a phrase, just something that brings peace to the mind. Just envision that washing over the body. Bringing it in. Just letting the body become that word, whatever it is. And then feel yourself just melt a little deeper into the mat. Just really let go. Throughout our practice, we can always bring the mind back to this word or back to the breath. Begin to let the breath come into the wrists and the fingers and begin to move it through the body and let the body move in response. So just wiggle in any way that feels good. You can begin to reach the arms back and stretch. Roll the wrists out. Make a couple of fists. And then go ahead and just bend through the elbows and bring the backs of the hands onto the earth. Let the heart open nice and big. Just breathe right here. Lengthen that breath still. Just really notice it moving into the body. And then let's interlace the fingers. Just interlace them and flip them up towards the sky. Flip the palms up towards the sky and reach them kind of back behind us. And then release them and just take that full body stretch still. Just move through the fingers, move through the toes, and then bring the hands down by the sides of the body. And then let's go ahead and just bend the knees. Bend through the knees and place the soles of the feet on the earth. And you can maybe lift the hips up just for a moment. Just lift them up off of the earth and scooch the hips a little closer down towards the feet. Just really lengthen through the back body. And then notice if the head is kind of crunched, and same thing, lengthen through the back of the neck. And then let's go ahead and just very gently just sway the knees from side to side. Sway the knees from side to side. Then pause, walk the feet apart all the way to the edges of the mat, even beyond the edges of the mat. And same thing, kind of sway the knees from side to side. Sway them from side to side, and then just pause with just one knee down and the other knee. Just pause here for a full breath. So let that right knee come down towards the mat. Let the left knee kind of come over and just pause. Take a breath. And on your inhale, let's change sides. So let that left knee kind of fall in and the right knee come over. Very nice. Yes, Catherine. Perfect. And on your breath in, go ahead and just bring the knees back up and walk the feet towards each other, not all the way in, but just about hips width distance apart. And let's actually begin. We're going to cross that right foot over the top of the left thigh and reach through and just very, very gently grasp on. So since we're kind of in the beginning of practice here, this is going to feel a little more tense than it normally would. So just go really gently, just very easily, or just don't force the body into the hip opener. Just go really easy with it right now. And then bring that right foot down and cross the left, and let's change sides. So let's bring the left foot, and we'll cross it up over on top of the right thigh. And reach on through and grasp onto the back of the right thigh. Grasp onto the back. Just take that hip opener. There you go. And if you haven't done the other side yet, just make sure to equally do both sides. And then go ahead and bring that foot down, uncross it. Just windshield wiper the knees a couple of times. Do the opposite side if you haven't done it yet for your hip opener. And when you're ready, just let's bring the soles of the feet together and open up the knees and make our way into Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet coming together, opening up the knees. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can always bring the knees together. But let's just pause here. Just bring the palms on top of the belly maybe for a moment. And just notice the breath. You can also leave the palms just opened up towards the sky. Just take a breath in. Really check in with the body this morning. Notice the quality of that breath still. And then let's go ahead. Let's guide the knees together. Walk the feet apart. Walk the feet all the way apart towards the edges of the mat. Let the knees fall in towards one another. Let's just take 3 breaths right here. So feet are at the edges, if not past the mat. Knees are in towards one another. Mm. And then just walk the feet underneath the knees. And let's bring the knees in towards the chest and just give ourselves a hug. A nice big hug. Rock back and forth a little bit on the low back. Can make a couple of circles and just give a little massage. Change the direction of the circle. And you can open up arms out to a T, nice big T, and just let the knees fall over towards the right. Let the knees fall over towards the right. Take your twist. You can gaze at the sky if you'd like to. Or on your exhalation, just take the gaze out over towards the left. Let that left shoulder get nice and heavy. Just breathe right here. Just envision the breath coming into the body, coming all the way down the spine. And as you exhale, just envision wringing out what we no longer need, what no longer serves the body. Getting rid of anything toxic, letting go. And then taking a nice big breath in, we'll bring the knees back up through center. Maybe rock for a moment, just straighten out through the spine, lengthen through the spine. And when you're ready, bring those knees out over towards the left. And let the right shoulder get nice and heavy. You can gaze to the sky, or on your exhalation, just exhale and look over towards the right. Same thing. Breath comes in all the way down to the sacrum. And exhale, just let go of what no longer serves us. Let go of what we no longer need. And then we'll go ahead, we'll take a nice big breath in. Nice big breath in. Bring the knees back up and towards the chest. Just maybe roll a couple of circles. Roll a couple of circles. Let's take a happy baby pose. Grasp onto those toes or the backs of the thighs. Maybe rock your baby out just a little bit this morning. Rock it out and kind of massage that upper back here. And then I'm going to bring the feet in and just lift the feet up towards the sky. And let's go ahead, just on an inhalation, point those toes. And exhale, flex the feet. Whew, just go real gentle. Inhale, nice big point. And exhale, flex. One more time. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex it out, and let's bend those knees and woo! Rock your way up to a seated position if you'd like to, or you can roll over to the side body and push your way up, whatever works for you. This is so fun having you guys all. I mean, it really just feels good. I hope you can hear me okay. Good. All right. So let's go ahead and just seat here. Just ground through the sacrum. Lift through the crown of the head. Close the eyes for a moment. Let the shoulders melt. Just find that comfortable seat. You can always leave the feet forward if you'd like to, but just let's take a couple of nice breaths here. Maybe bring the thoughts back to that word or phrase. Blink the eyes open, and then let's just drop the chin down towards the chest. Drop the chin down towards the chest, still lengthen through the sacrum. Let the crown of the head kind of come down though, and just feel nice and long here. nice and long. And then lift the shoulders up, pull the belly in, and round all the way forward. So kind of round through the back body here. Kind of a nice big stretch through the upper back body. And then roll the shoulders up and back and gaze up towards the sky. And let's do this a few times. Kind of hard to see. I need to not wear all black next time. Not sure if it comes through, but just almost like you're doing cat-cow, but just seated. It's just a few times. And then when you're ready, just drop the shoulders down and just melt the shoulders for a moment. And just take another full, nice big breath in. Let that breath go, and let's drop the right ear over towards the right shoulder. Let that left shoulder get nice and heavy. Let's even bring that left hand down, all the way down. Go ahead and take a couple little nods. And then you can walk that left hand back a little bit, kind of reach the left hand back behind us. Just on the earth, and pull that left shoulder back a little bit. Really get a nice big stretch. Bring that hand back. Let's go ahead and just roll the chin a few times. Just a couple little half moons. Couple little half moons. Go ahead and just bring it all the way over towards the left. Let that ear just drop over towards the left shoulder. And then same thing, let's reach out with the right hand. Reach it out, kind of walk it out a little bit. And then walk it back behind us a little bit. Pull that shoulder back, nice. Nice big stretch. Still keep that ear over towards the shoulder as long as it feels okay. And then go ahead and just walk it back. Let's do a couple of half moons again with the neck and bring it all the way around into a nice full circle. Oh, nice full circle here. Change the direction. Change the direction. Oh my goodness. Very nice. I'm just gonna roll the chin up. Roll the chin up. Just maybe roll the shoulders a couple times. And then bring those feet out in front of us. Let's bring the feet out in front of us. Kind of shake it out with the knees a little bit. And lift up with the haunches. Get the cushion, the COVID cushion, I can call it now, out from underneath us. Lift up with the belly, lift up with the heart, take a nice big breath in, and let's exhale and just take a little forward fold. Go ahead and take a forward fold. Let the head go, nice and long. Just breathe. And then let's go ahead, just gently rise back up with it. Gently rise back up. And let's transition up into table. So palms underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's begin to flow through our table. Just move with the breath. Move with what breath feels good to you this morning. Still really try to lengthen and envision that breath igniting the movement in your body. And really try to notice each point in this. So, for instance, when you round and you're pulling the belly in, notice the neck. See if you can really completely let the head go here. Almost tucking the chin towards the chest. Really get a nice little extra something special in here. Couple more breaths. And then as you round, go ahead and pause and just sink all the way back into child's pose, all the way back. Let yourself go. Let the head go. Let yourself just be right here in this child's pose. Just take a couple of breaths. And then a nice big breath in. Let's make our way up through table. Open up the palms nice and wide. Now you can always stay right here in table, or let's tuck the toes and make our way into downward facing dog. Just take 3 nice big breaths in down dog. Shake the head out. Really feel the hips push back towards the back wall or just back behind you. And then let's bring the knees back down to table once again. Back down to table. Let's take a cycle of cat-cow. And then pause with a neutral spine. And let's go ahead. We're going to step out with the right foot. Step out with the right foot. Let those right toes kind of come forward. And let's begin just bringing the elbows down to the earth. Down to the earth, and just let the head go. Just get nice and long through the inside of that right leg. Just send the breath there. And then let's go ahead and just walk it up. Walk it up. Begin to rise on up. Lift through the left hand. Lengthen through the left hand side of the body. Nice big length. Breathe through it. Go ahead, windmill it down. Lift up with the right hand. Nice and long, very nice, very nice. Go ahead and windmill it all the way down. Take your time. Take your time, windmill it all the way down. Let's bring both hands back underneath the shoulders, back into our table pose, cycle of cat-cow, breathe. Back to that neutral spine, left foot steps out. Left foot steps out, and we'll just begin by bringing the elbows down and let the head go. Let the head go. Just breathe. Just breathe. Feel that length coming from the inside of the leg. Soften as you exhale. Still ignite that whisper-like tone with the breath. Begin to walk the hands up. Walk them all the way up. Just rise up nice and tall, beautiful. And let's lift up with that right hand. The gate pose. And gently bring the palm down. Lift up with the left hand. All the way over. Very nice, very nice. And just kind of sweep the, let's see here, what was it? Wax the car. Just windmill hand. To get my Karate Kid terms back down. And go ahead and bring the knee back in and just not windshield wiper. Wow, the coffee hasn't hit. Yes, cat-cow, there we go. And just back to a neutral spine, And we're gonna tuck those toes once again, make our way into downward facing dog. Your choice though. You don't necessarily have to do down dog, but it's a nice option. You can stay in table. That is perfectly okay too. Kind of shake those hips out a little bit. Let's just lift up with the right foot, either from table or from down dog, and bend that right knee. And kind of just stack the right hip as long as that feels okay for you. Again, you can do this from table. And just lift the foot back up again. And go ahead and step it through between those right palms. Or between the palms. Flip the mat over and just bring the left knee down. And untuck the left foot. Square off through the hips. Square them off. Bring the palm up onto the hip. Just right here. And then bring the palms all the way up. All the way up towards the sky. Or you can keep the palms right there on top of the leg. We're going to interlace the thumbs here. So just kind of connect the thumbs. I'm going to face forward so everybody can see a little bit better here. So just connect the thumbs. Let's go ahead. We're going to take a nice tilt over. Take a nice tilt over. And then move back through center. Let's go ahead and tilt just very gently out over towards the left. Nice. And then bring it back. Let's go ahead and bring the palms on down. Sink back. Take your time on this sink back. So I like to kind of straighten through the foot first and then peel the toes up off of the earth. Got a little something extra in there. Lengthen, let the head go. Let the head go. And then go ahead, sink on back down. Sink back down. Let's go ahead. I'm going to come back to here with you guys. Let's tuck through the left toes, lift up through the left knee, and step all the way forward to the front of the mat. Step all the way forward this time. And just take a nice forward fold right here. Nice forward fold, maybe grasp onto opposite elbows, let the head go. Let the head go. You can let the elbows go if you'd like to. Just lengthen. You can keep a bend in your knees as well if you'd like to here. And then go ahead, push into the feet, rise all the way up. All the way up, lift, lengthen, bring the palms through to heart center. Just pause. Let's take a couple of breaths right here. Close the eyes. Feel a lift coming through the soles of the feet. Nice big lift, bringing it all the way up to the crown of the head. Let go, and then breathe. Blink the eyes open, reach the hands up towards the sky. Let's interlace the fingers. Let the, walk back a little bit so everybody can see me. Interlace the fingers and then just keep the index fingers up. Keep the index fingers up. Reach the hands up towards the sky and let's take a nice tilt all the way over towards the right. All the way over towards the right. And then bring it back through center. Nice tilt towards the left. Back through center. Just let the gaze come up towards the sky for a moment. Maybe just a tiny little back bend here. Just a very gentle back bend. And then lift back up. Let's release the fingers. Exhale. Forward fold. Forward fold. Palms up to the shins. Find some length. Exhale back into your forward fold. Just plant the hands and we're going to step back 1 foot at a time. Bring the knees down to the earth. Untuck the toes. And bring the belly all the way down onto the mat. Belly all the way down onto the mat. Just
Kind of shake the hips out for a moment. Shake the hips out. Nice little lift through the heart. Exhale, bring it back down. Move back up into table. Back up into table and tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. And then we're gonna lift the left leg here from down dog or table, whichever you prefer. Bend that left knee, kind of stack the hip for a moment. Nice big opener. And then lift the foot back up, square the hips off. Step it forward, all the way forward. You can flip the mat. Bring that left knee down. And go ahead and rise back up. Rise all the way up. Lift the palms up to the sky if that feels okay, or you can keep them right here. So, join everybody again. So let's connect the thumbs. And again, we're gonna take a nice little tilt. Nice little tilt. Kind of feel a nice side body opener here. And then back through center. Opposite side. Back through center, very nice. Release those hands and let's begin to sink back. Kind of point through those left toes and then peel the left foot up off of the earth. Lengthen, let go. Just breathe. And then sink back into that foot. Sink back into it. We're gonna plant the palms, tuck through the right foot, step back with that left foot, and let's step back into downward facing dog. Just step back into your down dog. And shake the hips out for a moment. Shake the head out. And bring the knees down onto the earth. Maybe take a child's pose for a moment. Just kind of reset through the body. Take a couple of breaths just right here in your child's pose. If the heart rate is elevated, just notice it. Just bring the breath into the body. Just soften and calm everything. Maybe take a nice big breath in through the nose and then open the mouth. Exhale, let it out. And then on an inhale, we're going to make our way back up into table. And then your choice, you can stay right here in table, or you can tuck the toes, again, downward facing dog. Let's shake that head out a little bit. Lifting through the right leg. Bring that right knee over towards the right wrist. I like to kind of scooch back with the left leg here. We're going to want to square off through the hips. Let the gaze come forward. You can always have a pillow or anything handy here if you'd like to, and use a prop underneath the hip or out in front of you. But let's make our way down into that Pete's Pigeon. Go ahead and let the head go. And just take your time here. Just breathe. Let it all go. Any tension, send that breath there. That nice deep Ujjayi breath, bring it there, envision it moving into the body. And as you exhale, just let the tension melt away. Just let it all go.
And then go ahead, bring the palms underneath the shoulders. So palms, we'll push them back into the mat. Go ahead and tuck through that left toe and lift up with the left knee. So you get a nice little additional hip stretch right in there. And then send that foot back. I like to send the right leg back up to the sky and stack the hip, just kind of like we did earlier. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Oh, let it out. You can take that from table as well. So let's go ahead and make our way back into down dog, and we're going to move directly to the left-hand side. So lift up through that left leg. Bring that left knee up towards that left wrist. Maybe even towards the outside of the left wrist just a little bit. Kind of scooch that left foot up a bit. And scooch back with the right knee, the right foot. Make your way down. All the way down into your pigeon. Let go. Just breathe. Any tension, send that breath there. Soften as you exhale. Let it all go. And then we're going to go ahead and just begin to lift up onto the palms. Tuck through that right toe, lift up with the right knee. Nice big stretch through that hip. And push your way back up into down dog, and can stack that hip if that feels good. Go ahead and bring it on down. Shake it out. Bring the knees down onto the earth. Just bring the bum down onto the earth. And then just kind of feel through the body what the body might be craving. If there's anything that you would like to take, go ahead and experience it. So yogi's choice, whatever posture you would like to do, go ahead and enjoy it. I am feeling like coming back into happy baby after that. Just seems to be calling to me, but see where the body is going. See what feels good to you. Maybe another forward fold. I'm telling you though, the happy baby is actually kind of where it's at, if anybody's feeling it. And then when you are ready, we're going to make our way into our final resting posture this morning, our Savasana. So just take your time to get there. Take your time. Get nice and comfortable. If you need a blanket or a sweater or anything at all, just take your time to get as comfortable as possible. Close the eyes. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Just let that conscious breath go. Just come back to your normal resting breath. But remember, throughout the day, we can always come back to our yoga breath, to that word or phrase that brings peace. We can remind ourselves to lengthen the breath and to just be mindful, to calm the nervous system and to let go. I am going to leave everybody here in Savasana this morning. So please stay as long as you'd like. I wish I could come and rub everybody's temples this morning. So just maybe envision that. Enjoy the sound of the birds if you're outside, that beautiful blue sky. Enjoy wherever you are. And peace be with everybody. Namaste.